Okay, here's a rare find. I've had it myself in this garage for a while, working on it when I can. But this is a 1959 Chevy El Camino. The body is really straight. Hardly, I don't know, I didn't paint it, but the body seems to be very sound. Not any Bondo in my opinion, but all the bed molding has been refurbished. It's all just as clean as you can see here. It's all here. You can see that that's just excellent. And had the floorboards done. You can see we've repaired all of this around the window. This is where they usually have their biggest problems, because the water builds up in here and this drain doesn't drain. Anyway, so I've stripped it out and got all the oldest stuff out and put a full floor pan in this from way under there all the way up front. And I put a new original firewall insulation. Had some other repairs. Anyway, at this point, we'll start back here. I've got a fresh 3-piece bumper that's been put on it. It's all new, fresh chrome. The fuel tank is brand new. I had it coated on the inside so it won't rust. And I've got a fuel pump installed now. I took a original 348 fuel pickup and modified it with a 5/16 return line so I can hook up my Edelbrock fuel injection. I got the full kit through Summit. It's all here complete. Haven't got the wiring on or the fuel plumbed yet, but I keep it all covered up. As you can see, I've got an oil pressure gauge and a transmission gauge on this. And this is a crate motor, 350, brand new, never been run, 330 horse. And I crank it over and get oil pressure and pressure in the transmission just to keep everything lubed up and moving. This is a brand new vintage air compressor. I got the whole system that fits this car. It's a custom fit for this car. I've put the two master cylinder on there, updated it, power brakes. Removed the whole front end, powder coated the upper and lower control arms, put new springs in there, all new bushings. Look at that grill. Grill's intact, it's perfect. And it's got drilled and slotted caliper or rotors, but the whole front end's been redone. So it's all solid and aligned at this point. I drove it before I took the floorboard out. But as you can see, I've got lots of parts for this. And I can't finish it, so there you go, people. Let's start bidding on it. Okay, here's my 1959 Chevy El Camino. She don't look real good, but this is a gem in disguise. And I'm gonna point out some reasons. Number one, look at this car. It's got air conditioning. It's got the 2-speed washer with 2-speed windshield wiper and washer. It's got power brakes. The booster needs repair. I can't find someone to repair that, but it's also got power steering. Very unusual to have those on an El Camino. Wanted to point out another thing that I've noticed, not on very many El Caminos, is it's got both belly pans, one under the radiator, one going to the cross member. Very unusual to find both those pans still on a car like this. It's a virgin. Notice there's the pans. I just cleaned the radiator out. She runs pretty good for a 283 2-barrel. Doesn't get hot. I put the overflow on there. Anyway, body's a little rough, but there's still a lot to be seen in this car. I mean, I've got most of the chrome. I've laid it out because I didn't want to put it back on, because I wanted to show you everything that's wrong with this car. It does need floor pans. It starts anytime I want it to. That battery just cranks it over and it fires right up. Okay, I'm gonna start it up for you. I just wanted you to know that. How can I do this? The fuel gauge does work, it's just low on gas. See it come up. Gen lights on, oil lights on. Tell you, it runs very nice for what it is. Let's just take a quick look. I've stowed all the chrome off the body into the bed. Got a bit of an exhaust leak around the heat riser, but I'm sure that's just a gasket because I had it off and had the wrong gasket. Just remembered, this is something that I've had several 59s, and I've only came across one so far that has a ratcheting emergency brake. By the way, emergency brake works on this old car. And another thing that I remembered is I've never seen an El Camino with these chrome rails on the fender right here. Just a couple other things that I found about this car that kind of different. Anyway, another thing to note, it still has the spare tire and the original bumper jack. Like I said, it needs floor pans. Wanted to bring your attention to that piece of chrome on the bottom, and then there's the one around the window, one down the long side of the bed, and there's the one that goes across the tailgate, and the other round one along the bed, and the other piece around the bed or around the window. Those are hard to find. And here's the fin chrome, or I should say stainless. But for the work, that's why I bought a parts car. And the parts car, there's another video on that if you're interested. Anyway, this car totally amazes me. All the lights work. I drive it periodically, not every day, but. And if you turn the air conditioner on, the clutch engages, but I don't run it because I don't think there's enough Freon or oil. Okay. Craig Chevrolet was sold originally in Colorado. So don't know if it's ever left the state, but I think I'm the third, maybe the fourth owner. But it's pretty rough. But I wanted to bring out that it's drivable. I drive it all the time. Well, let's just go for a drive. One quick one around the block, Mac. All the chrome is here. Well, most of the chrome is here. Everything around the bed is here. Never tried to do this with one hand. Houston, we have ignition. Okay. Speedometer works. Fuel gauge works. Need some fuel. Temperature gauge works. Notice it's a 4-lever heater system. Heater works. Cables need to be replaced. Air conditioner works, but it doesn't blow cold air, so I don't run it. Radio, the speaker went to hell, so need to replace the speaker, but it did work. Haven't had it fired up in a while. Anyway. So, it's a 2-speed power glide, cast iron power glide. Turn signals work. I don't know if you can see that. Put my other turn signal on and get behind this guy that looks like I'm irritating him. Don't mean to irritate. But it's a 59, and I drive it, and I can't drive it anymore, so, well, I need to get rid of it. So, there's my car for you. I'll add this to the rest of the videos. Okay, here's my 1959 Chevy El Camino parts car. Realize this is a parts car. So here's the internal, or under the hood wiring harness and under the dash wiring harness. A couple cranks in here for the 350 if you ever want to build that. Anyway, basically it's all here. Oh wait. 348 car has a 3/8 fuel line. This is one of the designations of a 348 car. Body is okay compared to some. Bought this car for this quarter. It's got a little rust around the wheel, but it's pretty straight on this fin. And the bumpers are back here with the tore down 350 4-bolt main. There's the heads, 202 heads, 4-speed Muncie transmission. All the chrome stainless is around the bed, which is hard to find on these. Anyway, inside you got your heater, It's already been ripped out. There's all the molding that goes around the windshield. It needs some work, obviously. Headliner is intact, but okay. This is the other side of the parts car. It just did sustain. Oh yeah, there's the door panel. And some interior, all the gauges are here. Anyway, there's the main malfunction with this car. Obviously got hit, but you'll notice it didn't ruin the bottom part. That's the hard part to fix. Anyway, my 1959 El Camino parts car that needs some care.